Hello, hello, hello. My name's Elder, and welcome back to the Elder Channel, place where we get together for hard discussions. Sometimes it's the open debate. Sometimes it's weird things I find around the internet. Sometimes we're just having discussions like this. Bringing up the question to you all. Sorry about the situation there. Looks like everybody jumped in about an hour ago, and I'm a little late here, hopping in an hour later. But if you happen to come back, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's have a discussion. So last night on the channel, we reviewed the movie here, 1984 by George Orwell. It was adapted from the novel of George Orwell, and it's just going over the story. Well, it was interesting. Not as in-depth as the novel itself, but it brought up a lot of questions that I wanted to propose to the community as a whole and get your opinion. You know, because today we seem to be living in a society that is moving towards somewhere that resembles this this story of 1984, I believe, at least in my opinion. And so something that I wanted to bring up was the fact that manufactured outrage, right? This is something that I've talked about before on the channel. It's something that I find to be a huge problem in society, and something that is perpetuated more and more each and every day. And while watching this film and just getting a refresher in my mind, at the end of the novel, it really put into perspective the way that we jump on topics and the way that we, in a figurative sense, praise Big Brother, you know? In the end, the classic scene where he gives up all hope of ever, he just, not even that, his mind doesn't even care anymore about the girl, and he's just screaming, praise Big Brother, or whatever, Big Brother, whatever, Big Brother. And, hey there, Lee, how's it going, right? I'm sure that you're outraged. There's always something to get outraged about. But, yeah, Big Brother, right? And the perspective that I have is that in today's society, the media puts out topics that we latch onto and everybody just freaks out about. And I've fallen prey to this many times before. On this channel, I'm often talking about topics that are right in the media, like being spoken about at this moment. And there are so many more issues that are at hand that could be discussed and that need to be discussed. And so when we fall victim to this narrative, it really is slowly playing into this dystopian future that we really don't want to move forward into. But things like impeachment, right? Everybody has a narrative that they would like to drive right now, whether or not Trump will be left in office. If Trump is even still the president, I've seen outlets pushing the narrative that he's not even the president anymore. And you know, the thing is that there are so many issues that are actually pressing, and let's even say the narrative around impeachment in general and the story that sparked it, and the Russia collusion hoax, if you will, whatever you want to say, the actual story, like what is the actual reasoning and issues that are pressing this impeachment inquiry further, right? Like it's really, I don't know, it's really hard to say, but things like the Covington kids, the Nick Sandman guy that was smiling, right? Everybody just got crazy for like a week there, right? Evergreen, I've done that on this channel. Evergreen, white kids have to leave school, have to leave college. Everybody gets outraged for a small amount of time. They focus their attention on whatever is being driven, the narrative that's being driven, and you know, it's not good. It's not the way that we want to do things. We need to take a step back and actually focus on what we what we want to change and how we can enact those types of changes, right? And so just getting angry and following that mob mentality, talking about issues that really don't matter. Sometimes they're fun, right? And that's what this channel is about. At times, we're all over the place. You know, you never know what you're gonna get, what kind of video you're gonna get. But they're mostly gonna be live streams. I don't know. I think that I want to know what you guys are. What do you guys are thinking? Like, do you feel as though when we gravitate towards these different ideas that are pushed by the media, that we are feeding into a narrative that they want us to see? Let me know how you guys feel. Right? This isn't a one-sided. I'm not just telling you. Right? I'm not just telling you the answers. This is a conversation. This is a channel where everybody has their own say, and so your opinion is just as important as mine. Yeah. Throughout the film, throughout the novel, right, it inquires into the idea of a surveillance state, or what life would be like if government had complete control over every action that we chose to, or we didn't choose to enact, right? And so you see these types of things happening, but it's clearly not that far yet. Although when you look in other countries, maybe closer towards China, perhaps, there are many situations that point out to this being not too far off from the near future, when you have surveillance states where you have facial recognition to sign into the internet, where you're being monitored. Everything that you say is being monitored. If you criticize the government, if you have opinions that are contradictory to the mainstream outlets, then you will be questioned, detained, and your mind will be changed. If the government says that 2 + 2 is 5, then it's 5. But the thing is, right, people feel as though Trump's a dictator, but I don't see this moving forward in America the way that it is moving forward in China. The sense of nationalism isn't strong in America like it is in China, but I could be wrong. Am I wrong? That seems to be what is perpetuated as the largest threat to America is nationalism. So, am I right? Am I wrong? Only time will tell. But I don't know. How do you guys feel? That's the main thing, right? How does the community feel? How do people in the general space feel about this sort of thing? Do we live in 1984? Is this the world that we live in? It may be. It may be moving in that direction. Yeah. It's just how I feel. I thought I'd bring the question up to you guys and see what you guys had to say. I wanted to know if you guys enjoyed reviewing the movie last night. I know that somebody said that there was a newer version that we could review. I know that I've brought up the audiobook and just had it up for individuals to watch on the channel here before. I may do like a re-upload of that and stuff just so that you have it if you want to check it out one night. But the audiobook is like 6 hours long or 3 hours long or something. It's super, super long. So, but would you say there, Lee? So this was life when I was 2. I don't know what you mean, but okay. Yeah, so if you guys want to check out, if you guys like that sort of thing, we can do some more movie reviews. I didn't do too much commentary over this, but if that's something that you'd like to get into, we can do that. And if you guys are popping up in the chat, right? We can always discuss it as well. There just wasn't too much activity in the chat until Dear Wonderbar popped in last night, and then we had a little discussion back and forth. But yeah, so it was pretty good. Would you say you missed last night's stream, but you'll go back and watch it? It was just really I just really had the stream, had the movie up, so it wasn't too much, but it can always grow and be better. 1984. So, okay. Yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting to me. I think that there are many signs for us to look out for, and that point towards this being our future if we don't let things settle down or start standing up for things that we find to be irrational or past the point of sanity. But that's just my opinion. How do you guys feel? I think I'm just gonna leave it off for that. That's where I'm gonna be. That's where I'm done. So, passing the question off over to you guys. How do you feel? What do you think? Are we living in 1984? Are we moving towards that? And let me know how you feel in the comments below. Links for everything, as always, will be in the description. My name's Elder. This has been another segment on my channel, and I think you know the rest. Be your own hero, kids.